before.
And we are back.
All right.
Sorry. I can't always hear you guys when you're not here. Don't worry, I didn't turn cameras on yet. Just unmuted.
We were like, Four's not back.
Oh yeah. No, he'll be. I see him. He was here.
Boom.
He was here.
He's just doing things.
Yeah.
I just want to see him like just start dancing in the background.
Yeah. Whistling.
And why did I start watching this pancake video before we got back? I can't even go get food now.
Wait,
I'm eating right
talking
now.
about pancake videos?
Yeah, check in the chat. There's a or not in the chat in our chat.
In our private.
Right. The exclusive chat.
Roleplay only chat. You think we talk strats, but no.
No.
We're not out here metaing. We're just looking at Japanese versions of pancakes from Tasty.
Yep. That pancake life.
I'm seeing that.
They're very
Also,
good.
In the DMs, there's a picture of
I see
one
that
of my ultimate
as well.
breakfast.
Ooh, okay.
What?
Damn.
We're also talking about breakfast. Hi, welcome back, guys. We got on a breakfast. I came back there talking about pancakes, and then I was like, yes. Oh, dang. Can I come to your house, please, for breakfast?
Wait, where is it? I don't see.
On Twitter.
It's in Twitter.
Oh, yep. Okay.
What the hell do you see?
Oh.
There's waffles. There's multiple sausages. There's bacon.
Hash
there's
browns.
the square hash browns, like the rectangle ones that are real good.
If you cook those just right,
Yeah.
oh my god, I know the secret.
All right.
Yeah, but you're not
What?
spilling.
What?
This belly came from somewhere.
Dang.
Well, our powers combined, we can make one of the best breakfasts in the world.
Yo, please come to TwitchCon. We need to do TwitchCon.
Yeah, come on.
TwitchCon breakfast.
TwitchCon
I live
breakfast.
hella close to TwitchCon. Everyone come to my house. I'll cook you all a big ass breakfast.
Tales from the Breakfast Loop.
Let's
Okay,
do
but,
it.
like,
Live show
will.
from DC's.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Then we'll all have donuts, Josh.
Well,
Not just
Yeah,
you.
Josh.
Yeah, Josh.
dang.
What the hell, Josh?
I felt that laser turn real fast.
You bring
Yeah.
donuts twice, and now you're the donut guy, Josh.
Oh, I didn't bring donuts today.
If anyone wants some lentil and barley soup, really killing it over here. It's vegan. It has nutritional yeast in it.
Oh, nutritional yeast is clutch though.
It is.
It's one of those things that if you say it to somebody, you're like, that sounds terrible. And then you put it on something, you're like, that
You're like,
was amazing.
ooh, if I split my
Kinda-
taste buds, that could be cheese.
Yeah.
Kind of like the stuff, the yeasty spread you put on bread.
That's what it is, basically.
Not Marmite, but the other
Marmite
one.
and Vegemite, same thing.
Vegemite, yeah. Vegemite's
Yeah.
good.
Marmite
little bit
is
of butter, a little bit of Vegemite.
New Zealand Marmite is very good. British Marmite tastes like butt. I know. I've been burned. I was like, this isn't right. And then I tried it. I was like, oh.
Oh, I don't know about that.
New Zealand Marmite, that black
I've
gold.
only had Vegemite.
Mm.
I know Marmite's the same, but I've never tried
It's
it.
not the same.
Is it? Aren't they both just like fermented?
Those are fighting words, so don't say those things.
Really? On paper, they sound like they're the same.
On paper, they spread the same, but they do not taste the same.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
That's a tagline for a commercial. On paper, they spread the same,
You were right about.
but they don't taste the same.
Yeah, you
No,
were right about your marketing.
Vegemites.
They're so different. I hate Vegemite. Marmite is clutch.
Damn, I like Vegemite. All right.
You like whatever you're introduced to and kind of indoctrinated to like first.
Watch me like both because I'm weird.
You might.
All right.
I'll bring some with me to TwitchCon maybe.
Do it. I'll try it. Yeah.
Jar of Marmite.
Yeah. Stink up the whole place. It'll be great.
I'm here for it.
All right. So Peggy comes down the stairs and Clark and Malone are just kind of starting to stir from their sleep. You have school in about 45 minutes.
Did I have any dreams about how to stop the zombie plague?
No, it's probably something you're going to have to sit and think on.
Dang it.
You had lots of dreams about zombies, though.
Mm.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Man, this is messed up. I get a pillow and I smack both of them upside the head and say, "Skull!"
Yeah.
That's how you wake him up.
Yes.
How are you this excited this early in the morning?
Because I got at least, did I get 7 hours of sleep?
Mm-hmm.
Because I got my evening dose of REM.
Can we cure our exhausteds?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I like, yeah.
Makes sense.
Please keep role playing so I don't have to talk right now.
Right when I put a cracker in my mouth.
Yeah, this delicious interaction. Please keep going.
Yeah.
The streamer mood.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't past 11 o'clock. Otherwise, yeah, Melissa definitely would have been in trouble, probably grounded. So, yeah, no, you definitely got 8 hours, 8 hours of sleep.
All right. Cool. I say, you guys might not want to go to school, but I have to keep up appearances because I am 11 and in middle school.
I mean, plus you're a kid genius, so getting smarter will be helpful.
Yeah, who knows? I might learn how to kill zombies today.
That would be nice.
You could always start a long-term project.
I kind of do. I think I know what I want to do.
Uh-huh.
I want to learn how to create a zone of electric landmines.
Jesus.
I want to learn how to rig basically rails of lethal electricity so that if we need to lure them into a trap, I can shock them to death and make their heads explode.
With our rolls, this will go great.
Did you? I was like, right, and that's how the party became.
And Delta dies.
Yep, yeah, right.
All right, give me a second. Let me grab my book is behind me. I'm gonna grab my book and look at the rules for long-term projects because
listen here, and I think this is something that Peggy will tell you guys on the way to school. She's like, okay, so we understand that they obviously go towards a target they deem worthy of attacking. If we can lure them into an area in which we have trapped with a electric zone that obviously does lethal doses, we can toast them.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
so like Home Alone.
Just like Home Alone, yes, sure.
What if we could? He starts thinking back to all of the various physical maneuvers that he's failed over the past few days, and is like, "But what if maybe? What if
unless you want to go toe to toe with them?
What if we could electrify them from a distance? Like those capsules were really useful. But what if
buy a taser then, Delta?
What if instead of having a huge zone, we just had stuff that we could? Like I like that. I think the electricity makes a lot of sense. It's just, what if we don't have time to like set down a big area, or what if one of us runs through it? Like if that's
that's why you add an analog switch.
Delta, he's like obviously not going to.
We have
to change your mind. Yeah.
Well, this is just one idea. We have several options. In fact, I could try, if I have the opportunity, instead of an electrical zone, I could make some sort of ignition chamber.
Before we actually, now that I think about it, before we go to school, we should swing by and check on Melissa.
I have a plan.
I don't know if she wants to talk to us after that.
Yeah, maybe not. But if she does want to talk to us, leaving her alone all day, yeah, that probably isn't going to feel good. What's your plan, Clark?
I'm skipping school because I can do better out here than I can in there. I'm gonna talk to my grandma and see if my grandma can talk to Melissa's dad, because if Melissa's dad ends up finding it okay for her to hang out with me, then it's going to be a lot easier for her to not get in trouble every day.
Why would your grandma talk to Melissa's dad? Like, what would they?
They used to
My
date.
What? They used to date?
Sorry.
Is that what you said?
my grandma, not only is she probably the most powerful creature in this entire town,
I'm Melissa. Sorry. Got a call.
she's also pretty religious herself. Maybe they can talk, and if her dad thinks my grandma is cool and my grandma is like, Clark can, I don't know, be Melissa's friend. That'll, because if we're going to defend the town, like, we're the only people who know. We have all the information. We need everybody that we have.
Dr. Patterson also might actually have a contingency plan for this.
You better have one. Yeah, I think that seems like a decent plan to me, Clark. I have to go to school. My parents, after being grounded, like, if I am skipping, I'm sunk.
Sure. And Clark puts out his fist for daps to everybody.
Yeah, no, that back.
Hey, Peggy, go get Super Genius so we can beat these zombies.
Okay.
All right, yeah, let's head to school.
I mean, it's Gaul, so don't hold your breath.
Yeah. I believe in you, though.
So you decide to go to school.
Yeah, maybe I can like doodle out like blueprints for like nuclear bomb or something.
Just cash.
Do you want to?
Peggy has a
Hashtag just Peggy things.
Do you
Like,
want
obviously,
use the
bullets
school
don't work.
facilities, or do you want to maybe consult with the teacher?
Excuse me, teacher?
10-year-old Peggy. Talking to her like, was this third grade science teacher?
Yeah.
11.
Or
Yeah.
11.
Excuse you.
Oh.
Teacher. How does one make a landmine?
You're joking, right?
I am joking.
Okay.
I'm legit joking. Peggy knows better than that.
Mm-hmm.
She, however, is mired in science. So I imagine she's going to spend today trying to figure out, well, if I had to blow somebody up or
You could try to veil your intentions and try to talk to one of your science teachers into you not only letting you into the lab, but maybe pointing you in the right direction.
I think that's what I need to do.
Okay.
Okay. Would that be charm or calculate?
It'll be charm and then calculate.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let me swap over. All right.
Well,
So you walk up to Mrs. Eccleston, one of your many science teachers, or one of the many science teachers at the school. She's aware of who you are, and you've worked with her in the past. She's attending the lab. She's wearing her long lab coat when you come in. And she says, Peggy, yes. How can I help you?
I would like to have access to some free time in the lab if possible.
All right. Can I ask what it's in relation to?
Kind of want to start a science project.
Okay. Is this for the upcoming science fair?
You know it is. I want
All
to
right.
study electric currents.
All right. I can probably get you some breadboards and circuitry. What are you making?
Not a landline. I want to revolutionize the pathing of urban power cables. Why should we muddy and ruin the beautiful town of Galt with power lines that make it deadly for birds and just an eyesore? What if we instead operated in a open underground cord extension
I see. Well,
Just in case I wanted to go in an industry and urban infrastructure route. Once I graduate.
yeah, that's very interesting. And she kind of like starts looking over her clipboard or at one of her clipboards at some of the materials that are available in the lab. And she looks back at you and she's like, well, let's see. We could probably check out. She hands you like a slip and she's like, go ahead and take this over to the back room. Mr. Albertraw should be able to, give you some of the things on that list. You'll get access to a few batteries, some cables and wires, things to measure the electricity running between. I don't exactly know what you'll need, but you can go there and have your pick.
Sounds great.
Are you playing with your cat?
I am. I just wanted to do it on stream. She goes, absolutely, that sounds great. I also want to go over safety regulations so that if this does make it to the science fair, nobody gets hurt.
Yes. Make sure that you wear your rubber gloves and proper shoes at all times.
Absolutely. Safety first.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Thank
off you
you.
go.
All right.
And
now-
do make sure you check in with the teacher regularly to report your progress.
Okay, I guess I'll do. So now might I make either a calculate? I think it's calculate. Well, maybe.
It could also
'Cause
be
I-
tinker.
Could be, but calculate is my really good skill.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do calculate. 'cause
Exactly.
I wanna
What are you
see-
trying to build?
I want to build something that covers a distance of 10 feet, 10 by 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I want it to be something that if stepped on and once switched on, like it'll have an activation switch, it will pour electricity into like the field. Like it's basically going to be like a crisscross of conductors.
Trying to create like a Tesla coil, except a
Yeah.
Tesla field.
That's exactly what I want.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
We'll see how successful you are, because that's gonna take a lot of material, some of which you're not gonna have here at school.
We have a junkyard.
You do have a
also have-
junkyard.
Maybe Melissa's dad can help us. All right. So calculate. I'm going to use a luck because this is important.
Oh, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't XP at the beginning of the session.
Yeah.
Is it possible that you might be able to level up if that was something you were planning on doing this session? If we had enough XP?
I was going to think about that. Yes. What? Will we get 4 XP?
Let's see. You get 1 for participating. 1 if you acted on your belief. 1, I think. What is it? If you learned something. I think between 3 to 4.
3 to 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would say you get 3 because you let poor Owen. You left poor Owen behind.
It was. I didn't want to.
You did leave Amanda die.
I didn't want to. He's not dead. We don't know if he's dead.
Ooh,
I
you
would
did
say-
leave Amanda become undead.
Normally, I'd give him at the end of the session, but we didn't give EXP
Because honestly,
after
I
last
might.
session. So
I might want to use that to level up my investigate because I still think that's going to be her big hitter once I get the telescope out.
so you're not going to use it for this role anyway?
I'm not, but I'm
okay.
going to use.
Well-
I'm going to use luck.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
I
Hey!
saw it.
You
I
have-
saw it roll on a 6, and it decided not to. I'm so upset.
You
now.
have
wait, no, I've
7
got-
of them.
Yeah, no, I see a 6.
You see
I
a
don't-
6?
Yeah.
No. I didn't roll a 1.
I don't see a 6.
Yeah, I
You're
don't
broken.
have
I
in
only
top.
see
Oh,
6 die though. I don't see
I
7
only got-
die.
I only got shit.
Wait, no, I'm lying. I see 7.
All right. Well, Peggy got 0 successes.
You can try pushing yourself if you want to.
No.
But
No.
I was gonna say, but you would take a condition, so you'd probably be tired,
Yeah, I don't think we.
or most likely injured. You'd probably like burn yourself or zap yourself.
No!
So
It's just frustrating,
as
especially
you are,
within the confines of the school.
as you are working, 'cause technically you're supposed to take a condition, but we're gonna have something else happen instead. Because when you fail, you take conditions in this game. This
Oh,
game
I
is like
see.
really brutal.
Ouch!
Yeah. And that's why when you help someone, you can help them with 1 die for free or whatever. But if they fail, then you both suffer the penalty, if that makes sense, of failure.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah. This
Ooh.
game's a little. I homebrew some of the rules. I know there's probably some people at home that are like, I think it's the system is a little too brutal for how
These kids aren't
lighthearted it's
sad
supposed
enough.
to be. So as you are sitting there working on your experimentation, you manage to get somewhat of an electrical field up and going, but you don't calculate your voltages correctly and your resistances correctly, and very rapidly you manage to cross the wrong wires and overload the battery, and it catches fire.
Fuck.
As it catches fire, immediately everyone in the lab notices. One of the teachers rushes over, puts it out with a fire extinguisher, and you don't get in trouble, but your materials are taken away, and you are hereby required to submit a full report on what happened, why it happened, and how next time when you attempt to do this, how you can be sure that it won't happen again, as well as a detailed build of what you're building.
All right. I apologize. And I stamp my foot in frustration.
Peggy, you must be careful. You almost burned yourself. You could have been seriously hurt. What if it exploded?
It would not explode. It would just...
Batteries explode all the time, honey. All right, off with you.
Gosh darn. Gosh goodly darn.
You were onto
take
something, though.
She takes off her rubber gloves and like, oh God, slaps off her safety goggles.
Attitude.
I'm going to win that science fair and destroy zombies.
The Mrs. Eggleston looks at you like kind of weird and just kind of like puts a hand on your shoulder and starts to escort you out of the lab and says, "This is very out of character for you. Calm yourself.
All right.
Now, if you submit the paperwork, we can allow you to attempt your build again with supervision this time. I don't know quite what you were building, but I don't fathom that could have gone well.
Unfortunately, no.
There's far more efficient ways to transmit electricity between one point and another. A gigantic electrical field is not one of them, Peggy.
Well, I was thinking if it has to travel long distances, then it would have to generate a very large and substantial field so that it could start off strong and then go out steady.
Well, your experiment was anything but steady.
No, that's true.
Mm-hmm. Off you go.
All right, goodbye. I'll make sure I write a report next time in case I need to use it.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you.
You're so sarcastic. She doesn't pick up on it and just
I'd like to go back in time and give Clark the. Oh no! Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Because Zoom is frozen for me.
Oh
So,
God.
Oh,
I want to give Clark my camera and say, before we left for school, go develop these pictures.
Sorry, I lost my stuff. There we go.
Can you do that?
Clark?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I think we did lose.
Is Oh no.
No.
No?
Wait, no.
Oh, no.
He's back. I think we're lagging.
Oh no.
DC, are you
Are we
still with
good?
us?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm moving and shaking.
Okay, yeah, you're moving. You're good.
Okay.
For a second, you weren't moving, and we were like, "Did you?"
I lost
very
4
still
on one computer, but not on the other. Okay, I have 4 on both
Trying to
computers.
see if I
Sweet.
see
We
it
can't
on
hear
screen.
you, Bronze.
Okay.
Though
What?
you were moving your mouth, and I couldn't hear anything, but now I could.
Okay, it's lagging a little bit,
Okay.
Or
All
chill.
right.
but I think.
It's frozen for me.
So much-
Yep, it's frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Four froze so well. Though. Four
Yeah.
is so good. Oh, there
Yeah,
you're
so
back.
much for I guess less like Zoom, more like crawl.
Should I T-pose?
All right.
Okay.
So you are gonna ask.
Oh.
think
I don't
we
know if
lost
Four's
him
actually
again.
T-posing or not.
I was.
Oh, you are actually frozen.
Okay, no pretending that you're frozen.
Oh, there you go. Now your sound is
Oh,
back.
now I hear you fine.
Hello.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say no pretending that you're frozen when you're not frozen, because then we don't know if you're frozen or not.
I think Four's actually frozen.
I think 4 is actually frozen.
I
this
think
time.
guys
4
hear
is
me?
actually frozen. Yes.
Okay, you can hear me, but
We
now
can hear you,
everybody.
but we just see the top of your head. It looks
Yeah,
good.
Zoom has died for me.
Okay. Well,
Well, it's not died; it's frozen.
that T-pose is fucking clutch. So it's fine.
I was trying to hold, but then the lighting in the room changed. I was like, never
Okay,
mind.
so-
I
Thanks,
just like you
nature.
constantly dancing. This is very
Just so
good.
you know, if I freeze,
It's just, I know it's balancing out
Beautiful.
4, so it's fine.
Well,
If any of the videos turn off, it's gonna mess up the whole thing.
I mean,
Well,
we
so
can. Oh, you're back.
I'm back.
No.
No, you're like
Oh.
back and frozen, but it's another good snapshot. Are you watching the stream at all, 4? Because if you have it up, you can see all your lovely.
Yes, I can see.
I mean, your voice is coming through super clear. Do you want to try turning Zoom off and restarting it? Our cameras might be jumbled, but I can reshuffle them real quick.
All
Yeah,
right.
once I get back in, you should be able to shuffle.
Yeah, so go ahead and just do it super duper fast, and
Do you
we'll
want to just take a break?
we'll just take a quick break and try to get 4 to reconnect because his Zoom is crashing. I think we're good.
I think we're good.
We made it back. That music was perfect.
Was it? Okay, everyone's still in the same spot. Everything's perfect. All right.
It was very good.
Okay, good. Thank you for being so patient, chat, while we did that. I think yeah. I think we're good.
The T-posing and immediately freezing did make it all worth it. So yes, that was so funny.
I'm very.
I don't want to turn off the We Shop music.
You say the Wii Shop music? It was perfect. Dun 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 dun. I should have played that.
That's also very good. All right, we're back. Peggy, camera.
Yes, you were talking to Clark.
Yes, Clark, get these photos developed so in case we need to call the army, we can prove it to them.
You got it. Put it in my denim.
Also,
vest.
you need to see if there's any news around town about. Can you see if Owen's alive?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can do that. Don't worry about it though. I'm sure he's fine.
Bring
He's real
Jeremy
tough.
with you if you're gonna skip, unless he doesn't want to go. Do you think he's okay with zombies?
I know for a fact that Jeremy is a wimp when it comes to scary movies. So no, Jeremy's not good with zombies, but he's still pretty tough. He can help us.
Good. Okay. And then I spend the rest of my day in frustration and thinking, okay, I need to make Delta a super weapon.
All right. So while that's happening, we'll go ahead and just jump cut over to Clark. Clark, how do you spend your day while Peggy spends it at school in the lab?
Oh, it's a very busy day for Clark today. The first thing that Clark is going to do is take his bike down to the photo hut / Taco Bell / KFC and give them the roll and be like, I need these by the end of the day.
In person looks back at you, adjusts their glasses, and it's just like, well, yeah, sir, we're called 1 hour photo for a reason. You'll get it within an hour.
Oh, yeah, totally. And then, then just bikes away in shame. Oh. And then with that hour, Clark goes first to back home for the first time in a little bit. Just throws his bike on the pretty nasty front yard and goes inside to talk to his grandma.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Graham.
Yes.
Hey, and then he gives her a big hug.
She hugs you. How are you, sweetie?
I'm doing okay. I actually need your help with something.
Is everything okay?
Yeah. Everything's fine. It's just so you know how there's that little girl who lives in that house with the carpenter, and he's like the big bear, and
she nods.
So I've been hanging out with the little girl. Her name's Melissa, actually, and she's pretty cool. But I was wondering if you could talk to her dad, because I don't think that he likes that she's hanging out with me and Malone and Peggy, the really smart girl.
Mm-hmm.
See, we're all like hanging out and stuff, but I was wondering if you are really good at talking to people, and you're both you go to church and they really like that stuff. If you could like tell them that it's okay to hang out, because
She kind of nods her head and looks at you, and she's like, I think I could vouch for your good character. You're a good boy, and I'm sure that if I told him that, he'd let her hang out with you, and it's good to know that you've got some good friends to rely on, Clark.
Yeah, they're really good, and they've been like helping me out. They're really smart, and they do their homework and stuff. And it's just, Melissa doesn't go to school, so I thought it would be good if she hung out with us, because we all like Malone wants to like be a super cop, and Peggy wants to like become the greatest scientist, and I'm gonna be my skateboarding career is gonna take off soon. So I thought it'd be cool if she had people who like have like really cool dreams and stuff. It's stupid, just.
No, I can see why her father might be a bit upset, though. You're a bit older than her, and, he probably doesn't understand, but I've got an idea. She, sits quietly thinking, and she says, what if I were to talk to some of the people at the school and maybe see if we can frame this as a big brother, big sister type of situation?
That would be perfect. Yeah, like the Cub Scouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be perfect, Grandma. See, you're the smartest person I know.
Oh, she kind of starts laughing. She gets a little shy. I'll talk to some people at the school, and then I'll swing by their house and see if I can make a good case for you. I'm sure once he sees that everything's above board, I'll be more than okay.
Cool. That would be super great. You are the best, and you are the greatest grandma in the universe. And do you need anything? Do you want me to make you some tea or some breakfast? Or
she smiles and puts out her arms, and she's like, nope, just a kiss and a hug.
Okay.
And then
love you, Graham.
As you pull away, she's just like, oh, child, you need to do your laundry.
Punks don't do laundry.
You smell like bleach.
each. Okay, I'll take a quick shower. I'll change my clothes, and then I'm gonna go find Jeremy.
Probably smell a little bit like the formaldehyde from yesterday.
Oh no!
You're infected. Just kidding.
Graham, they got me.
No, none of you got like really touched other than Melissa. Melissa got grazed.
Watch out for them demons.
Burn your hair.
Them
Burn all
fingers-
your hair
Them
off.
fingies in her matted hair.
Fingies? Did you say fingies?
Yeah. What about it?
Fingies and totems.
Them fingies, them zombie fingies.
God damn it.
Gloved fingies, if you will.
Malone, what do you do during the school day?
Sorry, I was pressing the keys and the keys didn't work.
You seem to have trouble hitting the right button.
I'm gonna try and not hit the. Nope.
You seem to have trouble. It's just where we can
Keeping
sum
my
that one up.
hands all the way back here. So I decide to I want to delve into. That's I'll probably be talking to like the history professor. I want to learn more about the power plant and
Okay.
see if there's something that I could figure out about what kind of, if there's some sort of weird dealings that would be sourced at the power plant.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and let's actually have you roll and investigate.
Okay.
Why does my Roll20 window keep closing?
Investigate.
Keep having my Steam open instead.
Zombies want you to play video games instead.
Well,
I am not well, friends. I am not.
Well, you said you ask a professor for help. Who do you ask? Let's see if you can maybe get an extra die to this.
Yeah, so I would ask, I think I would ask the history teacher, because I would figure that it would be somebody who, correction, I would actually ask the government teacher, because the government teacher is going to have a sense of city and state politics. And so if a large decision was made for something like putting in the nuclear power plant, if that was going to be significant,
Right.
I figure the government teacher would know something about it.
It's Mr. Clark, and he thinks for a moment, and this is after you kind of mull through the school library and don't manage to find anything as per your role, and so you go and consult with Mr. Clark, and Mr. Clark says to you, "Well, Malone, now that I'm thinking about it, any public dealings like that or any lawsuits or trouble like that would be public record. So I'd suggest maybe going to the library and the public library, that is, and finding a computer with an internet connection and seeing if you can get access to any public records, or going down to City Hall. Now, you'll have to file, a public record request, but any citizen is allowed to do that. And yeah, I think your best bet would be to see if this company you're looking into has maybe been involved in any lawsuits locally."
Well, that makes a lot of sense, Mr. Clark. I figure, I don't know, we're trying to do this report on nuclear power, and it seems like it would be something that would be kind of controversial, and seeing what the, I guess, potential repercussions could be. Like you've got all this radiation and stuff. I don't know.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
Once again, they would have to file for permits, and I assume the EPA would have to come in and make sure that they're disposing of their nuclear waste properly. But if they are doing that in the appropriate locations and they're doing it in the right manner, there's technically nothing against them operating here. Once again, I would check in to see with what permits they've filed for, and again, I would try to look into any lawsuits. Usually, when a company is found in breach of a local policy, they're taken to court for it.
All right. Cool. Thanks a lot, Mr. Clark.
He kind of nods and goes back to what he's doing. I look
Okay.
forward to seeing your report.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks. And just leaves.
Mr. Clark is never going to see that report.
I'm not writing that report. I guess at the rest of the school day, yeah, I think I'm really just trying to figure out what to do next and what could possibly, how we could figure out more about what these things are or where they come from.
Yeah.
And,
well, there's a few like you could follow Mr. Clark's approach and look at if anyone locally.
oh, can I leave school? Can I do that?
Yeah, we can fast forward and have it be the end of the school day if you would like.
Yeah, I would do that.
Well, I'm going to give Austin a chance to do anything. Does Melissa do anything with her day?
I feel like she's been pretty spooked and like she's just prepping. Like she's making lanyards. She's making like yarn crosses.
Mm-hmm.
She is gathering buckets and blessing them all so she has muddy holy water.
Wow.
Like she's like a religious prepper on crack with what she can do as a 10-year-old.
Right.
So like she's just like she's batting down the hatches.
Mm-hmm.
She's ready to go. I feel like she might make like a few like because she's quite crafty, like rope traps.
Oh, okay. Let's have
Like-
you do a tinker check and see.
Oh,
Maybe
my tinkering is awful, but she's angry, so
Okay.
Yep. There we go.
So you put up your idea of a rope trap is putting up your little 10-year-old brain putting up ropes around the perimeter of your property with tin cans on them so that you can hear
basically. She
if
knows.
someone comes crashing through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's doing stuff like that. Like none of it's really gonna help. But she
No.
thinks that she's just
she
really
feels safer. Yeah, she feels safer.
She's mad at her dad for not listening to her because she is the chosen one. So like rude.
Yeah.
So she's she's just prepping everything. So like I'd say she like made probably like 5 more like popsicle sticks wrapped with yarn and like glue, and they're like drying. And then just the rest of it is like putting up the cans around and like pieces of like just junk from the yard on rope.
Hubcaps.
Yeah, like just like whatever clangs around, and she's like making a perimeter, but it's like kind of shitty, and it doesn't go all the way around. It comes in some spots because she couldn't get the trees the right way. So she's just doing stuff like that, and her dad's fine because he's like she's busy.
Yeah, and she does shit like this all the time.
Oh yeah, this could be anything.
Yeah. In the meantime, so we'll say that the day ends, school goes by uneventfully. Clark, you managed to get the photos back in time. You have a couple of dollars to your name, so you're able to use that to get them developed. Peggy's experiments go the way we kind of covered. Malone manages to get he gets an idea of where to look, even if he doesn't get a lead. And Melissa puts up her little tin can perimeter. The day comes to a close, and then let's see how Clark's grandma does with talking to Melissa's dad.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll die for it.
Old lady roll.
Come on, Grandma.
Ooh.
Got a 6.
One success. So Clark's grandma hobbles by at some time during the afternoon. It's hard for her to get around. And Melissa's dad, comes to the gate. They have a really long conversation and they visit with each other. And you get the impression that when they were both younger, they've both lived in this town for a long time. When they were both younger, they kind of ran in the same circles, and he knows her and respects her. And, later that day, Melissa, your dad comes to you and kind of lets you know that you're allowed to hang out with Clark because Clark's grandma made a really good point of saying that this is a good way for you to have a good role model in your life. And also,
Clark.
more importantly than that, you have to remember, she's very good at this. But more importantly than that, Clark's grandma, being the crafty old lady that she is, has convinced your dad that this will be, by putting you in the Big Brother program, Big Brother, Big Sister program, this will get that social worker off your back.
All right. I like Clark's.
I have an apprentice, punk.
Wow.
She just kind of like goes, oh, all right.
And that's what your dad says.
Ways.
Yeah, and he says like, that horrible old woman who's been coming around saying this, that, and the other. You gotta go to school.
Yeah, the dumb lady.
Yeah, well, you see that nice old lady who came by earlier?
Yeah.
Well, her and I had a really good conversation. Your friend Clark, that's his grandma. Her and I go way back, and she was telling me that she talked to some people at the school, and she can maybe get that social worker lady to stop coming around if we can prove that you're socially well-adjusted.
Is she gonna kill the lady?
No, she's not gonna kill anybody, sweetheart.
Okay.
She's a nice old lady, and that'd be a sin.
You said get rid of, we had to get rid of the puppy?
No. Oh, well, that was different, honey.
Okay.
Yeah. No, she's not gonna kill her. It's just that having you involved in these extra curriculars is gonna help you and keep that social worker off our case. So
yeah, I like the curriculars.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're allowed to hang out with him, but I want you to make sure that you keep your values close to your heart and don't forget where you came from. And Clark's a good boy. I don't know about them other kids you've been hanging out with, but do as you're told. Be a good kid and make sure you keep God in your heart and your faith strong.
Okay, I'm still gonna fight demons.
Well, you can do that as you please. Just make sure that you stay with this for a little while, just so long as to keep that social worker from coming around here no more. I'm tired of that woman.
Me too. She smells.
And he gives you a little hug and goes back to his shed, and you're not angry anymore.
Yes! I'm prepped for the apocalypse.
Yes.
Amen. God is good.
So Clark, your grandma comes home and tells you that she managed to have a conversation with Melissa's dad, and she is allowed to hang out with you.
Awesome.
And you are now officially in the school roster, a part of the Big Brother, Big Sisters program.
Yo, so this works for me. I am immediately going into my closet to find an old denim vest that I had when I was probably 6 or 7 would probably be adequate size.
Okay.
And then I'm taking all the patches off so that she can put her own patches on them when that time comes.
Nice.
Just like the Jesus fish.
Yeah, right. You can all the Jesus stuff on it if you want.
Big cross on the back.
Well, don't you wear a big matronly dress with a collared shirt over the top, and now you're gonna have your little denim vest? It's actually kind of a look something.
It's very hipster, East LA.
I was gonna say we could put you in a cafe in San Francisco, and people would be like, "Damn, look at her!
They're like, oh,
she
she's
shops
dirty
at
for
Anthropology."
I understand. That ripped shirt looks good.
Yeah.
That mud looks so realistic.
Yeah, you just need to put your hair up in a big bun on the top of your head, and you'll be good to go.
Oh, I'm gonna take a marker. I gotta put a cross on the back.
Yeah.
Ooh, so you put a cross on the back for her? Aww.
Yeah. Little fancy.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I thought you'd make the cross out of safety pins.
Don't take too long. I'm just
that would take
ripping off patches, but I gotta make the cross kind of nice so that the dad's like, yeah.
Okay. You do it in black, or do you choose a flashier color?
Actually, I'll do it in white.
Yeah.
Ooh, got that paint pen?
Exactly. Yeah. Of course, I have paint pens.
So puffy paint, white cross on the back.
Yeah.
Arms ripped off. Patches ripped off.
I have a denim vest that I can cosplay this.
All right. So the day ends. Do you all go hang out with each other? Do you want to, if you want, as an option, we can fast forward to the weekend so you have some more free time.
I feel like we should meet up and then maybe go talk to Dr. Patterson and see if he has a plan.
Okay.
And if not, we need to figure out if there are more of these things around.
And should I do the? Are we just implying the research from the what you call
You'll
it?
have to go there and like
Okay.
during
Spend time there at night. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do want to point out that Melissa is taking her her hoe everywhere now.
Okay.
Her trident hoe.
Fantastic idea.
Okay. That's
Like-
the rake, the weird rake.
Yeah, her rake hoe, whatever it is.
Yeah.
She's taking it with her everywhere now because she's like, there's weird shit going on. The demons
Yeah.
in here.
For sure. No, I get it. Okay. So you all meet up. Sorry, I like burped right into the microphone. I apologize.
Yes.
So
That's
y'all-
my kind of ASMR. Ooh.
Weirdos, all of you.
Listen.
So you all meet outside of Melissa's house with the good news. Clark standing out there holding the denim vest for you as you open up the latch and come outside with the great news that you can all hang out together now. Officially.
I got you this.
What is it?
This is your punk armor. Everything that you love goes on this vest. Just like I have patches here and all these drawings. I put on yours the Holy Cross.
That's a cross. That looks very nice. It's for me?
Yeah.
Well, all right. Thank you. Okay. And she tries to put it on, but she puts it on backwards.
You gotta switch it around so that it's on the back.
But I like looking at it.
It's so everyone can see. When the demons see that, they're gonna be, oh, they'll be so scared.
Oh, you right. Okay. She puts it on over her dad's shirt. All right. I feel very strong.
You should. It's super strong. And it gets stronger the more stuff that you put on there. So we can find you some patches or make you some patches and just sew them on there.
She has some buckets of her muddy holy water nearby. And she just dunks her hand in and smears a little line across the side. Holy water. Got it.
Perfect.
Let's roll.
Let's roll.
She's pretending to be tough now.
I love it. I'm so proud.
So you all meet up, and Peggy, you said you go to Dr. Ronnie's?
I guess so. Do we get the photos, or do we have to wait for those?
Clark got him.
Okay.
I don't want to look at them until I'm with everyone because they're probably terrifying.
Yeah, we should bring him with us to Dr. Ronnie, and we can all examine them with his expertise.
Mm-hmm.
Demons can't be photographed, so I don't know why you'd even waste your time, but okay.
So you make it to Dr. Ronnie's. So did you want to look at the photos first or talk to...
Let's all stop outside his house and look at the photos.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Yeah. Before we go in, we all look at them together.
Definitely.
I don't want to be cursed.
So
You can't be cursed. You have your armor on.
I don't want to test that.
Ugh. Then we'll tell you if you can peek or not.
Okay.
Okay, cover your eyes.
as you
Okay.
Got it.
start flipping through the photos, a couple of them are just of Peggy kind of in front of the graves. And one of them
Looking mildly stressed.
mhm, one of them is Peggy looking over her shoulder, Babysitter's Club style, with sure enough, two murky figures in the background with glowing eyes. And you do see that one pretty clearly. You can clearly see two characters with glowing eyes in the background. And the third one is incredibly damaged from radiation exposure. So most of it is just gray, almost from like overexposure, which is what happens to photographic film when it's in contact with radiation. But you do see from like half of the film that hasn't been heavily exposed, you do see like one figure with, you know, the mask on, and the shine of the mask kind of covers most of it. But sure enough, you do see like the glowing eyes from behind the mask, and the rest of it is like grayed out.
Is it safe to look?
Yeah. It just
Yes.
looks bad.
It's bad.
At least
This
we
one's
got it.
cursed, though. Don't look at it. And I turn over the one that's damaged.
I don't like those very much at all.
Yeah,
I look good in them.
Well, at least we've got our proof.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Let's
So-
get an expert opinion. Bang, 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 bang.
You hear from inside the house the familiar, come in.
I open the door. Do you ever lock your door?
Nope.
Well, I'm glad you live on this street then.
Right.
And
That's fair.
we walk in, and I fold out like I've got like a pair of like. Peggy doesn't play poker, but this is like she's like, this is how it feels to have a winning hand.
Yeah.
She folds.
And you're like in the front because, yeah. So, Peggy, I want you to roll your body, your raw body stat.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! What are you doing to me?
Oh, no.
5 plus
no.
1 equals 6. It's fine.
Oh, no.
I luck.
So, as you're... no, don't roll your luck. Don't roll your luck.
Okay, I won't.
It's not
Okay.
worth it. I'm just fucking with you because that's what I do as a GM.
You scared me.
As you're standing
Let's
there with the
curse.
cards fanned out in front of you, from the side, there's just a blur, and you get knocked down, and on your face, there's a big sloppy tongue
Oh no!
and a dog that you don't even recognize because it's been cleaned and debrambled and deloused, and you see a shiny coat and a big dog that has just got you pinned down. So I said, don't spend your luck.
He
And
doesn't smell bad.
You smell baloney breath in your face.
Help! I'm
No.
being mauled.
Good luck.
No, Melissa,
I think
you're supposed to walk him. Get him up.
go over and like, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get in the way of Clark if Clark's gonna
Puddles.
jump over.
Oh, I'd tackle that dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. He smells
Huddle.
like shampoo, but he's still got baloney breath.
Yes, that's my baby.
Yeah.
And we just wrestle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just like look over at the. Are we in the same room as the doctor?
He's a couple rooms back from you.
Oh, okay.
Do you like?
Wow, he's
Yeah,
in much better shape.
this is great. I bet he feels great.
Hearing the
I played with
commotion, the doctor kind of hobbles in slowly and kind of like stays at the edge of the living room where you're all kind of together to give you your space and let you have your moment. And he just kind of says, I took the dog to the groomers and the vet. I thought it was the least I could do after the troubles I put you through. I know it was part of the deal for you to clean him, but I know it doesn't make it better. And he just kind of like trails off, muttering.
We really appreciate it.
That was nice.
He doesn't smell that much anymore.
He looks like a whole new dog.
No,
Still my baloney boy.
he still smells. You just haven't gotten a face full of it yet.
I don't want to.
Go say hi to Melissa. Go say
No, we're good. Got her like stick. She brought
my
it in the
God.
house with her. She doesn't give a fuck.
Go say hi, Delta. Go, Delta.
And he's like, he's definitely trying to remain angry at the doctor, but can't help but appreciate.
He knew you would be
Puddles
mad.
being
So he's got the dog here to help.
Smart man.
He is, yeah.
Like, even me personally outside of the game cannot think about this and keep
Yeah.
Like you were like, I'm gonna
Wonderful.
come in here. I'm gonna give that doctor what's for, putting these kids in danger.
Like, oh, but the dog though.
Yeah, it's hard to have an argument with a happy dog in the room.
Yeah, I just look up and say, thanks.
Oh, I'm trying to be mad.
It's the least I could do.
Get mad. Get mad. Get mad.
Still moody teenager. Thank you.
I give him the photographs and I'm like, we have evidence.
He takes them from you and like nods and beckons for all of you to follow him into his office. And as you follow him down the hall past, like, his house is almost like a hoarder house. There's like stacks of books and papers everywhere. And as you all follow him into his office, you see he's like erected like a pegboard, but you know, like the kind that stands on two legs on one wall. And there's like a giant map of Galt, and there's yarn here and there and everywhere, like a web of yarn.
Bird law.
And he's like, yeah. And he like looks at you all and he says, this goes way deeper than any of us could have ever imagined.
How deep?
And
might have to explain.
That's where today's episode ends.
Oh, look at you, little crafty. little cliffhangery.
It's not just one Sasquatcha. It's
Two.
two Sasquatch.
Squash.
Sasquatch.
And they're very good
I
at
feel like if they go
puppeteering.
squash.
I wash my hair with Sasquatch.
Oh,
Like you're all asking me questions. I'm like, no. As I chug my 8th cough drop.
Feel better.
You toughed
Yeah.
through this. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
With
This
my
and
little
last week you were sick.
background dry cough, this awkward little dry cough that I have. And
Is go on.
you all get 4 experience. 1 from last session
Nice.
and 3 from today's.
Yes.
Hooray.
Where's my character window? Hello?
Wow.
Hello?
dang! I can upgrade.
It's 4 to upgrade or 5 to upgrade, right? 5,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now
All right, I
gotta-
leveled
And I
up
think
twice
you-
last time.
And I think you can't upgrade a skill past 5, I think.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Sure. Can we upgrade Puddle?
Puddles is maxed out.
Mhm.
You can't upgrade a perfect being, you know.
Yeah. Especially now that he's been
He's doing his best.
cleaned
Like,
and yeah.
come on.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, did he get fixed?
What do you think?
Puddles, where'd your nuts go?
Clark!
I was
Cleaned
gonna
up
say, I feel like
everything.
that would be a
No.
more invasive procedure. Like he'd have a cone around his head and all that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This
Come on,
is
Puddles,
not
you
a
go
role
out
to
there.
role play.
And have little driplets, little drip drops, you know.
Oh my god. Little drip drop.
So many
Oh,
better
yeah,
ways
I
to
know
put
the way.
that than that.
What forms a puddle? Drop
and with
drips.
that, DC, who are you and where can people find you?
Hi,
How are you?
Good segue.
I'm DC. You can find me on Twitter at Dungeon Commander. In my pinned tweet, you can find a link to my game, Mutants in the Night. It is like X-Men if there was no Professor X or Magneto. Help your community and fight the power. I will be at Big Bad Con this weekend. If you are there, come hang out. I will give you high fives. If you ask for a hug, I will probably give you one.
Whoa.
DC out.
Damn.
Oh, I wish he had like a smoke bomb or something.
I know, same.
I do like the slow fade though.
Yeah, the slow fit. That's pretty great. That's pretty great. Where'd
Yeah,
you
that
go?
chair goes back far.
Where'd they go? I have no idea.
It's very uncomfortable to keep up.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say it's like a little side workout there. All right, 4. Who are you? Where can people find you?
Gracious. Well, my name is Four. You can find me on the forefront on twitch.tv and on the forefronts on Twitter. And if you want to know the stuff I'm doing, we do a podcast about queers and quaggoths.
Mhm.
Basically, I look through the 5th edition monster manual of a D&D, and we try to tell you how you can add some elements of queeritude for your campaign. We have little encounters in our episodes that you can drop in, as well as advice to dungeon masters. And if you want to, back up an edition, we have a 4th edition campaign on Sundays, all about what if you took World War I and put it into a fantasy setting. And we're getting into the midst of it. I'm also making a few hacks, one for Animorphs, for Blades in the Dark. I'm a horse groom, so I don't have a lot of time to... I'm brushing horses more than I write, so give me time, and I'll eventually get it done. I love all of you, and this is a constant.
Austin, who are you?
All right. I'm Austin Marie. I'm on Twitch at Austin Marie and on Twitter at Austin Marie TV, Instagram, all that other stuff. On Friday, I'm celebrating my 3 years of partnership here on Twitch.
What?
So yeah, we'll probably just hang out and have a cool time. But I draw cartoons. I have a comic. You can find me on Spotify. And I also sometimes play video games, which I'm not very good at, but I still do it.
Bam.
Try to stop me.
I'm here for it. I wouldn't try to stop you. Not with those guns. Heck no. Josh, who are you?
I got the height advantage on you too, just a little bit.
Wait, how tall are you?
Girl, I was like, oh, hi, nice to meet you.
I mean, I was wearing flats.
Same.
Wait, are you like 5'10"?
No, I'm like, I'm like 5'9".
Okay, yeah, no, you are taller than me. I'm 5'7".
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I think I had a little bit.
Oh, that makes me
Yeah,
jealous.
you do. You're,
I can still pick.
That's all you remember about me is that I'm short.
That's it. No, it's
Wow.
not. I wouldn't say
Okay.
short, but I was
So
like,
rude.
I'm taller than her,
Wow, so rude.
like most women.
wow.
I just want to see one of those like UFC fight
I'll
card
hold you in my arm.
things.
Yeah!
Where we're like looking at each other like,
Mhm.
Someone just followed me, so thank you for that. My legs just changed.
I was like,
I forgot I had them
Party?
on. This happened twice this stream, so thanks. Shout out to you too.
damn,
It's
okay.
a party.
nice. I'm Josh. I stream at twitch.tv/IntelliGameUs. That's the website I run, intelligame.us. It's a game culture criticism site. I also stream on my personal handle. You can find that at twitch.tv/Wallstormer. And I usually mix music there using a game called Drop Mix. It's pretty good time. And then you can find more of my like criticism content at intelligame.us.
Nice. And I guess that leaves me.
Oh,
Hi. Hello. Oh, yeah,
Oh.
go for it.
A little bit of a lag.
Yep.
Ooh, ooh. You're
Try
here.
again.
Oh, hi. Hello.
Hey.
I think that leaves me. Hi. I'm that bronze girl. You can find me on Twitter at that bronze girl. You can find me on Twitch at that bronze girl, where I do mostly what I do here, which is talk mad shit on the internet. This has been episode 4, Afraid of the Dark.
Yes.
Are you?
I wasn't sure if we were allowed to straight up just do like, "Are you afraid of the dark?"
It
But
is a
I mean, the last
question. It is
episode was,
not-
Are you
Tales from the
concerned
Crypt.
about your presence in the dark?
Are you
The absence
concerned about
of
the
light.
nighttime? The Walmart version. It's fine.
Right. Featuring Mr. Pibb and Dr. Shasta.
Are you-
And that one guy soda.
God damn it.
Newcomer, that one guy soda.
Mhm.
Don't make me get the cat.
We're gonna do something
will.
special today. We're gonna say hello to all the people who are gonna watch the VOD, since we get. Thank you for supporting.
Yes.
Hey,
Thank you
VOD
for
folks.
supporting our channel. I know this is like the middle of the day on a Tuesday, and a lot of you can't watch live, but so many of you catch the VOD. Hello, VOD viewers. We see
Hello,
you.
Hi.
live viewers. We love you.
We
We're so
appreciate
thankful for you.
Y'all the real MVPs. Well, also the live people too, but they're not listening right now. So like,
They are.
You're like
Austin. They're
You're like
listening.
the
right
Dr.
now.
Pepper.
nah, they already left. They're fine. Don't worry about
wait.
those one guy sodas in chat. Y'all are my Mount Shastas.
You're my Sierra Mist.
You're my Soleil to my LaCroix.
You're my surge.
Better flavors.
You're the
You're my
surge,
polar.
my
Polar.
storm.
You're my squirt, which is a
7-Up
terrible
still
name
thing?
for a soda. I
Yeah.
said it.
That's again.
Getting
I,
ruby red squirt, and it's like S tier.
I knew a girl like that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm out. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a see you next Tuesday at 2 p.m.
Oh, that's
don't.